What's up, guys? This is episode 2 of Real Talk, and today we're talking about the myths and misconceptions of mobility training. In this episode, we're going to be focusing primarily on the difference between flexibility and mobility and building strength while still getting more mobile. I'm super excited to give you as much information to get past that mindset that you cannot build muscle whilst getting mobile. Disclaimer, if you're a coach and you're watching this video and you really want to lose a client, take them away from what they enjoy and make them do stuff that they don't enjoy. Likewise, if you're somebody that's looking to start mobility training, still do the stuff that you really enjoy, just add this form of training to complement that. Nobody's telling you to stop training the way you're already training, but what we are trying to do here is to give you a little bit more information as to how to enhance your own training. Flexibility versus mobility. What's the difference? Flexibility, we talk about passive range. What is available to you in that particular joint? So to give you an example, you raise your leg out in front, somebody holds the leg, lifts it up as high as you can. That's your passive range. So what's mobility? Well, that's your active range. So if the person lets go of your leg, how far is it going to drop? Or can you keep it where it is? So is it possible to continue to get strong and put on weight whilst getting more mobile? And the answer is yes, it is. Mobility is strength-based training. It's just now we're changing our mindset on how we actually train. So we're focusing on the performance of the joint and building strength on that joint. That's the easiest way to understand mobility. Focus on the structure of the body, what it's meant to do, and is it performing the way it should be? Think about it. If the joint starts to perform the way it was designed, that's going to allow the body to move the way it should, and in turn that's going to make us more powerful, more speed. It's going to make us a better human. Remember, joints act, so the signal goes down. We want to bend our elbow. That is the joint acting on the movement. Muscles then react to the movement. So what do I mean by that? Well, muscles fire up to allow you to hinge the elbow, for instance, but also the muscle then fires to protect the joint, and that's usually that apprehensive reflex that we have to overcome. Apprehensive reflex? What the hell is that? Well, that's basically your body shutting down on the joint, so muscle firing up to protect the joint. Generally speaking, we take about 2 minutes to try to override that system. So usually holding a bit of a passive stretch first will then allow us to train that particular area. So usually what I recommend at the start of your sessions is just a slight little passive hold, and then we start to work on some active movements in that position. Think of mobility as a skill. So if you're only new to it, we have to get up here to be okay with what's going on down there. And so what I mean by that is the body is always protective. We're always trying to protect ourselves. So if you're putting yourself in a position that's not used to, you're going to have a little bit of apprehension. I'm a bit nervous. What am I doing? Especially if it's new to you. And then the more often we continually do something, the body realizes that it's okay. So approach it slowly. Be on the tipping point of comfort. That's usually what I would recommend. In an exercise, especially if we are working on mobility, stay in the range that is comfortable for you as a starting point. So always be on that tipping point of comfort, start from there and then work from that position. And that's the easiest way to progress. Start off light, really work on the movement, get stronger, add weight to said movement. Now it's a strength-based exercise, but now we're strengthening the joint and the muscle, so we're getting the biggest bang for our buck. Remember, life gets in the way. For some of us, we can't spend 7 hours a day just training our body. So maximize your training, focus on your priority, focus on your own needs, prioritize your own needs, and most importantly, make sure you're enjoying the process along the way. So the take home today is that you can still build muscle and get more mobile. You can still focus on flexibility, but generally speaking, we want to be working towards mobility, so we're gaining strength in our ranges, and that will allow us to build power and speed so we can continually get stronger. In the next episode, we're going to be breaking down some exercises so that give you a good starting point and getting you on that mobility journey to strengthen your joints and bulletproof that body. As always, guys, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.